What's up, everybody? James Sutton here, aka MogulBound, and in this video I'm going to talk about how if you're not acutely aware of what it is you want, you will just never receive it. So I've been single for a long time. I've dated a lot this year, and I had some very short relationships last year, and it's been a struggle. I have a lot of negative words to say about my experience in dating, and I'm not going to share those words because I don't think that they're healthy or useful anymore. But I want to share a story that happened actually 2 days ago. I was in the gym and I was thinking to myself, like, how I think about women and dating, and it dawned on me that the only way, the dynamic that I think about women is trying to win them over, trying to approach them, trying to flirt with them, always me going to them. And I don't really ever ponder about or even allow a reality where women are coming to me. And upon realizing this, I then asked myself, like, what does it look like when a girl approaches a guy? Like, what does that generally look like? What is that? And in my experiences, it's been girls getting in line of sight and smiling, or coming up and getting actually in the way of you. And so this weird thing happened. As soon as I started thinking about this, I all of a sudden had 100, 200 memories of women doing this to me. Just me focused on one thing right here, and then I turn to go do my next thing, and there's just this beautiful girl smiling and just saying hi. And realizing that, it really took a lot of weight off my shoulders to understand that it does happen, and it happens all the time, and I've just been closed off to it. So 2 days ago I realized that, and yesterday or 2 days ago I decided, I'm the only time I think about me and the dating pool, it's going to be women approaching me to any degree, in any level. And the next day, I wanted to go to this restaurant called Violet's Vegan Cafe, and on my way out the door, my roommate Adam was asking me, a question, and girls got brought up, and I literally told him, I'm like, you know what, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I'm focused on my work. I've got a lot of things, a lot of goals that I want to accomplish, and I'm quite happy just working on those, knowing that the right woman will come into my life at the right time. And truthfully, I said, if a girl can manage to distract me from my mission and my course, then I will enjoy the distraction. And I walked out the door. And anyway, I went to the cafe, and I had a nice meal. I did about an hour, 2 hours of work there. And this waitress that I had hit on a few times before, and who I had even tried to get her number and get a date going, I was softly rejected every time. This waitress found herself sitting at my table, just casually talking with me for 3 or 4 times throughout the time I was working. And after I paid, she had her little handbook, and she put it on the table, did not let go of it, picked it up again, opened it up, and said, she whipped out her pen, and she's standing in front of me. I can't see what she's doing. She's got her book here, and she's writing. And please don't hit me. Wow, there's a lot of people stopping. And she said, I'm just going to do this again. As she was writing her name, I knew her name, but her number on the receipt. And I didn't even get it from her. And I said, again? What do you mean again? And she said, yeah, I did this before, and I don't know, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't see it, but rejection, she said as she put it down and walked away. And to me, that was such a huge pinnacle in awareness, because here I was only ever, I think I'm missing my turn. Here I am only ever considering and pondering me approaching women and winning them over. And because of that, my perceptors were completely blocked off to women approaching me and women hitting on me, down to the point where a girl writes her number, a waitress writes her number on a receipt, and I don't even notice it. So my next point, psychology and the brain is a very interesting subject to me. I've done a lot of studying on it in my early 20s, because I wanted to understand how I could take more control over my thoughts, thus taking more control over my reality. And there was one thing that I learned that was very, very interesting, and that is that the brain actually takes in, with all of your senses,
save 3 minutes via East Avenue T.
Takes in about 4 billion bits of data, either a second or a minute. Honestly, I forget, but it's an overwhelming amount of data that all of your senses are receiving to your brain, and your brain is trying to process. Now, your brain cannot possibly process all of that to make sense of any of it. In fact, the way that it works is what you believe, what you think, and what you intend on being true ultimately are the things that your brain will pick up, detect, and navigate yourself towards. So, for instance, a common thing would be like, if all of a sudden you were really interested in Mini Coopers as a car, like you really wanted to buy a Mini Cooper, while you're driving around, all of a sudden you start noticing all these Mini Coopers, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh my God, I'm manifesting all these Mini Coopers." And granted, maybe that's true, but more likely, your sensory abilities are tuning in to Mini Coopers, and because that's happening, you're actually seeing all the Mini Coopers that already existed around you. So what that leads me to believe is, just by becoming acutely aware of dynamics, of possibilities, of things that can happen, your brain is now able to process and be aware of those things happening around you, to the point where not only do you notice them, you pick up on them and you interact with them. I think I'm lost. Be right back. Just to wrap up this video, really be aware of what it is, not what you think about, but how you think about it. Because just becoming aware of new possibilities and not blocking them off as impossible, but rather, wouldn't that be nice if that could happen? And then replaying that idea over and over and over in your head can have dramatic results. And as I just explained, just becoming aware of it, within 24 hours, I was shown clear, direct, ridiculous amounts of evidence of that existing in my world that has not existed, at least for me being aware of it and noticing it, for a year or two now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm doing the best I can to post at least one video a day, and I'm so glad that I've already started to build an audience here, and people are starting to tune in and really tap into what it is I'm trying to display and show and offer as value through this channel. So more to just packing up my lighting so I can still produce some good videos for y'all while I'm in Los Angeles. Cameras, got my lighting, got my mount. Oh, where's my thing? I have overpacked my hola. I don't think I'm bringing enough stuff. I think I should bring more stuff. Time to leave.
That's one of my favorite things about my new shoes.
Slip-ons.
Slip-on.
On the road again. On the road again.
And then the printer would run out of paper. The brilliant 27-year-old had recently graduated from Harvard, where he had quickly...
I want to mind hack this traffic away.
You can also download
and the sun.
At www.mogulbound.ng.
Go away!
Oh gosh, they have little lights.
Yeah, they do. I need to get the blackout kit.
Oh, are those the spectacles?
These are the spectacles. Yes, spectacles too. What's up?
I thought they discontinued those.
They canceled the first one because they lost $20 million on it, and this is their reignition. It's not quite AR, no, but what's really cool about it is if you use it in Snapchat, they don't allow the technology to leave Snapchat. Just got to the magic castle. Just finished at the magic castle. Had a great time. Say hello, Alex. Yeah.
Great responses. Say hello, Alex. Hello, Alex.